only 2 points that separate me and P2 in the driver's standings, and this race might just decide who gets promoted from F5 to F4.
Are you serious?
Harder.
Oh yeah, true. Holy shit. I've almost messed up. Holy shit.
And since we're only 2 points behind Lorenz, we're gonna try to at least get close to him in qualifying so we can put up a proper fight in the race, because I know that in the race I can match him. However, Lorenz is a lightning fast driver in qualifying, and he's also part of Tatum Restek, and I know
Was that a car?
I know, I've seen his times heading into this race weekend. His bankers are my personal bests. So we're gonna have to hope, or at least pull out something magical if we want to challenge for P2 in the Drivers' Championship. But Abu Dhabi is such a difficult track to get right. So many curves you gotta ride, and so much minimum speed that you have to carry. If you don't get the right amount, or you go wide like I do here, then it's very difficult to put together a decent lap around this track. Final corner now, brake after the white line, going a little wide, which delays the throttle, and a little wiggle on exit as well. Not good.
Well, a lot of time in the thirds. Yeah, I had a little hesitation. A little hesitation in sector 3. It broke my entire flow. And sector 3 is just horrible.
No time to dwell. We have to go for this second lap now. The previous lap was only good enough for 21.8, but I know my personal best is 21.3. It's all about hooking it up together into turn 1. Be brave. You have to cut a lot of the inside curve, which you don't manage to do. And we're 500ths down, half a tenth down on our previous delta. And into turn 4 as well, we go slightly deep, which means we don't get the car straightened up soon enough. I'm shaking my head because I know with every passing corner, that's one less opportunity where we can improve. And again, on the exit of the chicane, a little wiggle, not ideal. We don't gain anything compared to our previous lap. Now into the hairpin, you gotta stay close to the inside, which we don't manage to do, but we carry good momentum and have a good exit. Pretty much equal now on the delta. What can we do? Coming into sector 3. Remember, this sector was really bad in the previous lap. We go a little deep. And again, not using as much of the track as we should. The line is not ideal, and it's not a huge improvement, which is quite the letdown, if you ask me. We do improve by 1/10.5, but fuck! I know I can go faster. I feel it in every fiber of my body.
Descended on the last, huh?
We've been knocked down to P6 now. Final attempt. This is it. One more shot. One last opportunity. And already out of turn 1, it's 500ths gained. If we can just gain 500ths out of every corner, we're set for pole. But it's much easier said than done as we go slightly too early on the steering. But it is still time gained. About 300ths. Don't mind if I do. Now, can we keep this up? Is it possible? Down to 30% on the battery. Follow this most right side of the track because there's actually less scrubbing. Extend the track as much as possible. Turn in late to set up the exit. And we managed to match the delta. Maybe gained 100ths there. This is looking decent. We're only 3/10ths off from Lorenz right now. If we can make up 2/10ths in the last sector, this might be it. Throw the car in early and tried to get back on throttle early, but again, I think we throttled a little too hard, too early, and that has caused understeer on exit. But now we actually bottom out a little on the outside curb, and now it's thrown us off for this entire last sector, and it's not gonna happen. Tragedy, depression. Sometimes you try your best, but it's just not your day, and we do actually improve a little out of the last corner, but I knew that was a quicker lap in there. And this feeling is the worst. Knowing that you could have gone faster, but a stupid mistake cost you. And there's nobody else to blame but yourself. But we have to put all of that behind because we're gonna head into the race and we're gonna be starting on the mediums just like everybody else. Track position is going to be crucial around here, and it's gonna be 5 lights. Away we go for the season finale of PSGL F5. Off the line, we're gonna be in P8. Lucas has a really good start, and the Mercedes goes around the outside. We already lost the position, but the last thing I want right now is to pick up damage on the first lap. And the Merc in front of me actually seems to have some connection connection issues.
Holy shit, the connection.
He's kind of rubber banding all over the place, and this is very,
And we're top
very
speed then
stressful
afterwards.
because you don't know how his car is going to react. And now going into the chicane, this is a death trap, so we're gonna take it easy, and the unthinkable
Are
happens.
you serious?
The Alpine in front gets hit by another car that pushes him into us. And now we have a bright yellow front
Are
wing
you serious right now?
and a broken dream. And this is just the first lap. This is not looking good. And through this third sector where you need the downforce in the front wing to help the car turn, it is going to be so painful. We're going to be slower and it's going to be eating through our tires more.
Oh, the understeer.
And it's starting to look like it's gone from bad to worse. I have to use more battery to keep up with the guys in front to make up for the lack of pace in the corners, but it's no use. The front is just not biting right now. And we're still gonna try to keep up with the guys in front, but it's starting to look very hopeless. Maybe we can extend our stint a little bit on the medium, stay in the train. Hopefully that's the most ideal situation. But if we do drop out, then we will have no choice but to go into the pit and box. The gap is 7 tenths, 8 tenths, 9 tenths now, and my car just not willing to turn. But so far, we're still managing to hold on. And this is so surprising to me. In my head, the train should be moving much faster than this, but somehow we've stayed alive, at least for now. But at this point, it's getting increasingly difficult to follow. And Tom is right behind us. He's looking ready to pounce. And this is where we started thinking, maybe, just maybe, we can attempt the 2-stop strategy. It is crazy, but it might be our last shot. Box into clean air, fix the wing, and just go balls to the wall.
Tell me when.
The train ahead of us is actually fighting quite hard, and I go deep again. The car's just not cooperating anymore. And with Tom so close behind, I'm just gonna wave him by because there's no point fighting him. We already had damage. There's no point ruining his race as well. So we're just gonna wave him by and hopefully we can try something later on in the race. And try something we will, because on lap 7, at the end of lap 7, I'm gonna dive into the pits. I'm gonna put on a fresh set of hards and a new wing. And we're gonna go to the end. Well, the end on these tires, because we're gonna have to box again. And the hards do not make it from here. And this I love. I don't know if it's the endurance racing that left a huge impression on me, but being by myself in clean air, just clocking in lap after lap as I missed the apex there, is truly a magical feeling.
What's my target? Like, when do we box again?
We don't have to look after the tires. We just have to be as fast as possible on track. In just 3 laps, we gained 3 seconds to Krysik's ahead, but that's not enough. We have to gain more. More and more people are now coming into the pits. That's their normal pit window. They're going to be going all the way to the end. We don't have that luxury. We have to stop another time, especially with the way we've been pushing. And I think the Merc is in the same situation as us. He also has wing damage, so he's kind of tries to wave me by, but no, I don't think I'm in the best position to be leading this 2-man train right now. Right as I say that, I lock up my front tires and go off track. Not ideal. We just lost DRS, and the net race leader just came out of the pits, which shows boxing early really works. The undercut is huge here, but we are on the 2-stop, and he's not. And we're not in the same race here. And I'm out of battery anyways. I'm not gonna fight this. Not only do we have to make up the time lost from an extra pit stop, we also have to make up the time lost from replacing our front wing as well. And the tire delta right now is through the roof. We're not gonna be able to hold on any longer. Our only hope anyways was to use them to basically boost this stint on the hards as much as possible, but we were never gonna stay with them. Come on now. You can see Krysik's and Tom behind. They were both ahead of us before the pit stop, and now they're 4, 6, 7, or 8 seconds behind us. But already the tires are not gripping up anymore. We are struggling. The traction is poor coming out of corners.
Starting to struggle. You think we can catch up? Tom thinking of retiring? No! Go to his chat. Tell him don't retire. Fight to the end. Don't give up.
Remember when we had the advantage when we first put on the hards? Well, now it's their turn. We are on fading hards, and Kryzik has just caught up to the back of us this lap. And again, same story here. I'm not going to fight this because we're not really in the same race yet. So we're gonna let him go and just tuck in behind. And you can just see in the space of a few corners, he's already pulled a 5 or 6 tenths gap. No matter though, because on this lap, lap 18, we're gonna head into the pits again, being careful not to get an invalidation on entry. There's a weird bug around Abu Dhabi where you can get a track limit invalidation if you're not careful on pit entry. But I digress, because it's time to put on our last set of the hards. We were hoping for a safety car, it didn't come.
Now we hunt. We hunt for that last point.
And we have to pray there's gonna be enough laps left for us to make up that amount of time. 21 seconds is quite a big ask. And Simone and I were scratching our heads because how is Tom 97 8 seconds behind the train? Is it damage? Did he spin? But turns out he's having issues with his wheel.
Tom wants to put it in the wall. What F125 does to a man.
And in just a lap and a half, we've already managed to catch by more than 2 seconds.
I'm more curious to see if we can catch up to Kryzik's.
With only 8.5 laps left, I think we can catch Tom. But can we? It's starting to look pretty tight. But like I said, this is where I thrive. Hooking up lap after lap, just being in the zone, in the absolute flow. That's where I'm at my best. No other cars on track around us, just us and the road.
Maybe we can actually scratch P9 here. What do you think?
With 4.5 laps to go, the gap is now down to 4 seconds to Tom and a little over 9 seconds to the Mercedes. And he has a 3-second penalty, which means we only need to catch by another 5 or 6 seconds, and we're gonna have P9 as well.
Okay, P8 is on.
Maybe not P8. It's a little optimistic.
Guys, he's on 77%. Guys, is Tom's wheel damage fixed or not? Well, his force feedback damage. Force feedback damage. Is his force feedback fixed or not? I don't want to battle him and then give him wrist damage or something.
But here's the thing though. My tire advantage is starting to fade away bit by bit. I'm not gaining that much anymore on every lap. And that has halted our progress quite a bit. With only
Crazy.
2 laps to go, there's still a 2.5 second gap to Tom 97. I'm not sure I can close that gap up, but there it is. There he is. The little Haas in the distance. And that's just giving me hope through these slow sections. That's where the tire advantage really shows. But on the straights, not too much. And Tom has also caught up to P9. We're well within the 3 seconds, which means this is going to be the battle for P9. And I've been told that this entire time, Tom didn't have force feedback, which is quite impressive. So kudos to him.
Okay. I like this. Side by side, baby.
And I'm just watching because this battling is slowing both of them down and it's allowing us to recharge and catch up. And now we're going to seize the opportunity, go right on the attack. And I think the Merc just doesn't have any tires left. He has had to do some aggressive tire saving to be able to go to the end. And now Tom 97 is in front of us and that P9 is well within reach. This entire season is going to boil down to this one single move. We have fought brilliantly the entire way, but who is going to take it around Abu Dhabi? And I'm quite surprised at the traction he has, but he has like big moment coming out of turn 4. And we're going to have DRS and overtake on, but we're running a little low in terms of battery. And now he's going to tuck in behind. Is he going to be able to go for the move? Down the inside he goes. I do want to keep a little bit for this next straight. So I'm going to go side by side. He goes for the switchback. Now he has a better exit, but I do think we have the better tires. But he's going to have DRS now, and he's going to be closing on us. And we're ready. Come on, Tom. Bring it. I'm going to go defensive. He's going to go round the outside, going very deep, very late on the brakes. Gets stopped in time, and now we're going to have to leave some room on the outside. We're still side by side. Heading into Sector 3 now, this is a very dangerous situation to be. Around the outside, I'm gonna have to go deep, and he goes deep as well, but we managed to just about stay on track. We're still side by side through the hotel section. It's still side by side. This is beautiful racing, but he has a big moment, that lack of force feedback. But here, I decide to completely lift off the throttle.
Oh, he's letting you.
Tom fought all the way to the end, even without force feedback.
You can have it. You can have it, champ.
I don't know why he let me go. Fair play though.
Top 10 respectful moments in F1.
You know, an old grumpy car with a piston cup once said, winning is not everything.
And with that, season 41 of PSGL has come to an end. And I have a feeling that this is only the beginning. To look at where we began, and then to look at where we are today. A lot of F2 drivers will be sitting it out next season, so maybe that P3 and the championship is still going to be enough for the promotion to F4. I really hope it is, because I would like to see how I would stack up against another level of competition. To find out whether I did make it or not, stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, join the Discord server where I make frequent announcements, and of course, as always, this is Formula Kai signing off, and I'll see you in the next race.